Hi guys, it's Panahop here again, and I'm back with another miscellaneous video. This time talking about a film I watched recently, 2021's Kate, which is exclusive to Netflix. Now, this is usually the kind of movie that I really enjoy, the kind of John Wick light style movie. It's obviously not going to have a lot of the John Wick flair, but as a as someone who enjoys a good action movie, these are the kind of things that I like. They are the standard action movies of the 2020s. Um, and I wanted to like this one very much, just on, because when you go into these movies, you're not really going for um, a unique premise, you're going for the flavoring, the seasoning of the premise, because you know what you're getting into. But this one is the only way I can describe it is it's very Netflix. Netflix have this formula now where they can very quickly create action movies just by taking, in the same way that action movies used to be done in the VHS era in the late 80s. You take a premise which is well worn. In this case, it's secret assassin with sharpshooting skills with pistol is on a revenge mission. In John Wick, it's because of the dog. In this, it's because she's an assassin who's been double-crossed and injected with a radioactive isotope that is slowly killing her. She has no hope of survival. She's just going to try and kill who did this to her. And spoilers, it turns out that the person who did this to her are the people that are employing her in the first place. It's very standard to this kind of thing. Where it falls down is, and what I mean by it being very Netflix is the bare minimum has been put into that thing I said I was already in the movie for. So I haven't said that I was coming to the movie not for a unique premise, but for a well-seasoned version of this not unique premise. It's not well-seasoned. They've thought about the protagonist. They've thought about the method of... They thought about the inciting incident, and they've chosen neon Tokyo as an aesthetic. And all of those things are okay, but they've just slotted those things in and not really done much with it. A lot of that action felt well executed, but unimaginative. So, for example, there's a fight with a mid-level henchman about half an hour in his apartment, and they're fighting in the kitchen. So what do? They fight with knives. They smash each other into the countertops, the work surfaces, and there's a bit where someone opens the fridge and smashes the fridge into the face of the main character. None of this is particularly inventive. And it doesn't do enough with everything it has. And I think that's why it feels very Netflix. It feels like they had this idea, it's not even that high concept, and then because they're making it cheaply for a streaming service in order to create something for you to look at on Netflix, they don't go far enough in any direction. So, excuse me, they have these neon stroked Tokyo streets, but you don't see very many of them. It's clearly a set. It's the Tokyo alleyway set. They have one scene, I think, where she drives in central Tokyo, and it could not. It's highly possible. I couldn't tell whether she was actually there or whether they had just dressed a different street to look like Tokyo. You could easily do that with set dressing or with CGI. I couldn't tell. You have a handful of locations. They are aesthetically Japanese locations. They clearly could be in Tokyo, or again, they could just be sets. There's a lot of indoor work. And so you don't see much of this setting that you're coming to the film for. Then there's the action. Having said that these type of movies work on kind of cookie cutter assembly line stuff, part of that assembly line is teaching an actor to appear to be a marksman, which is fine. You know, all actors do this. Keanu Reeves is not actually a marksman. It's fine. Everyone knows that your actor only has to look believable while not actually shooting people in the head. But with this, there is an awful lot of bits in the action where the main actor, who's Mary Elizabeth Winstead, will hit the person, but just not put enough force behind them doing it so that it looks like he's connecting properly. Or she'll do a lot of shooting and very little reloading, which is, again, perfectly normal for an action movie. You know, I'm in my mid-30s now. I've seen a lot of movies where guys empty clips into dudes and they never reload. I don't know anything about guns, so I'm not going to pretend to know about guns. But in this new John Wick era, we're supposed to have, you know, more reloading, so it looks to a lay member audience like me, like it looks realistic, and it doesn't happen. And in this context, in this type of movie, it just looks sloppy. And so yeah, that's my main premise is it has these good ideas. It has the formula for these ideas to go into. It slots them in, but goes no further. Kate 2021 is the most Netflix movie ever made. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I'm not sure, but it's very Netflix. Okay guys, bye.